Alright, we're back with the next episode of OOTP. We are chilling near the end of May. One final series for the month against everyone's favorite team in the NL West, the Giants. And then after that, we're gonna go into some June baseball. So just looking at some stuff, we're gonna take a look at the standings around the league to get an idea of what's going on. So you got the Yankees in first, the Red Sox in second. That's kind of funny. Rays in fourth, but they did lose Snell for the season. Cleveland in first, Minnesota second, White Sox in third, Tigers in last, not a surprise. The Angels leading the West, that's a big surprise, especially in the manner that they are. No offense, Mariner fans, in last, that's not a surprise. The A's under 500, we'll see if that lasts. And then the wild card, you've got the Red Sox and the Astros. I think, we'll see how things play out. There's still a long way to go. That one of these things, people get so caught up in injury or in simulation, like, that's not realistic. It's a world that exists within itself, so injuries and the unexpected, you have things that are unexpected that will always happen, and that's what makes these things fun. It'd be boring if the same team won every time or the same player was great every time you ran the system. Those little things, the small little changes can make such a big difference. The National League, you got the Nats in first, Phillies and Braves game back. Mets, pretty far back. Marlins in last. The Central, the Reds, the Cubs, Cardinals in fourth, Pirates in last. We lead the West. I don't think that lasts, but you have the Dodgers and Padres. D-backs are fairly close. And you got the Giants. Like, hey, the guys are the worst team and one of the worst teams in baseball. This is why you need those wins. So looking at our schedule, we split last time we played them. We really need to sweep them. We sweep the Dodgers, you can't turn around and have that happen. Going into June, we talked about this a little last video, sorry. You have Arizona on the road, you've got the Dodgers again, so that's going to be tough. A lot of Arizona in this episode, and then you've got Pittsburgh, and then obviously St. Louis. We'll see how things go. One thing I did want to look at, though, before we got too far in, I needed a refresher. I need to see what I did. Oh, give me a sec. I need to go look for someone. This guy. I want to check him out. This is really the only thing that we've done in terms of acquiring a player. So we got him in a trade, and I just want to keep tabs on him to see what he's doing for us. So you look at the end of May. His last couple of outings. Scoreless inning and a loss. No strikeouts, no hits. Inning in third, gave up a hit. Inning in a third. A walk with 2 strikeouts. And then here, 2 innings pitched. He gets the win. Only gave up a hit, 4 strikeouts. Liking him so far. Liking this kid so far. Hopefully he turns out to be someone that's decent. It's a worthwhile trade. We'll see what happens. Just kind of kick the tires and maybe we get lucky with a prospect that can be a bullpen arm down the road for us. Anyway, let's look at one other thing before we go into the actual games. I want to go back here, and I wanted to go to statistics. So we'll let it load and we'll take a look. So just give an idea to everyone of what's going on around the league. The National League. I guess I could do combined, but we'll focus on National League first. So we have Soto, Muncy with the home runs, Muncy with the RBI. You've got Arenado in second. second in home runs as well. Having a fantastic season. Muncy, though, out of his mind. Great, great season. Don't let him walk. That'd be a guy I'd be looking to grab. Just saying. An average, he is 4. So Arenado is having a amazing season. Soto, on base percentage 498. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Slugging, Muncy and Arenado. We can see here, hits. We've got it. At bats, Hampson. Obviously, we score a lot of runs playing in cores. So you've got that. In terms of WAR, number 1. Runs scored, number 1. Murphy up there in doubles. Not a lot of triples. Caught stealing Tatis. Hey, even Superman has a weakness, right? Or that's what I'm told. Total bases, Arenado first. Steals, first. Extra base hits, first. Just, dude is just unreal right now. And then win probability added. I like this stat. To me, this is a really cool stat because it lets you know what they add to your opportunity to win. I mean, let's be honest, we know what WAR is. But another statistic that kind of helps paint the picture of how useful and productive a player is relative to what's going on with the team. Because a team can be bad, but doesn't mean that just because a team is bad that a player having a great year doesn't have that value. Not his fault that the other players around him don't perform well enough for a team to win. But it's nice to see. And then Muncy, the weighted OBA, pretty much just those two hands in hand. And obviously you see the isolated power. Again, a lot of stats that they are 1 and 2 in. So nice to see. Looking at the other side, we'll go to the American League. Eloy Jimenez. Love that guy. Love this card in MLB The Show. Hey, Mike Trout. That name seems familiar. 461 OBP. Number 1 in WAR. Don't think I've ever seen him do that before. Kind of crazy. 343. Francisco Lindor had to catch that. 7. Home runs, we've got Judge 4th, so nice to see him healthy. Sanchez first. Remember, I could have traded Sanchez and for Trevor Story. That would have been a really interesting trade. Not disappointed that I stood pat, but I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. It's batting 306. Triples, Gardner. Run scored, strikeouts, Cordero. Hunter Renfroe. That is a familiar name. I can't put my finger on why. Win probability added, Yordan Alvarez. Not even up there. Is Trout. And then OBA weighted is number 1. Sanchez number 2. Judge number 3. Torres up there. Young kid. Never forget his age. Can't help it. Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at pitching. Start with the American League. 1.69 ERA. It's crazy. Clevenger 2.7. Cole 2.2. Wow. Greinke leads the league in wins. Bieber, the flip side with the losses. ERA is definitely not helping, but I'd imagine Cleveland's not putting up enough runs to help in his starts either. Just a guess. Man, that's crazy. Second in WAR, but most losses. So yeah, that probably goes to tell it. Bummer in the number 1 spot for saves. Hand 4th. Always worry about Hand. Remember, I am a Cardinal fan, but the Cleveland team is my second favorite team, and boy, he has had some really interesting outings over the last year and a half. Cole, K for 9 is crazy. Mr. No Hit, lots of strikeouts. Speaking of, Cole's right there. It's just crazy. Fit, one of my favorite stats. Cole second. This man's just having quite the season right here. 6-0. Dude is dominant. And then save percentage. Barnes hasn't blown a save. I'm just surprised they're in second place. The holds and then quality starts. Carlos Carrasco. Let's look at the National League. See, I know we're not going to have a lot of rocky pitchers up there. Kyle Freeland will be up in a few, and we'll see kind of what it looks like. Number 1 in wins. Never would have guessed that. Not gonna lie. 5th in innings pitched. Bumgarner the workhorse. Number 1, Sonny Gray. 3rd. Big fan of his. Hader number 1 in saves. I'm just no surprise. Complete games. Kyle's got 1, so it puts him on the list. That might be it. Senzatella walks too many. Yeah. Win percentage. Kyle's number 1. It just makes me laugh. Crazy to think. That just lets you know. Think about it. He's number 1 in wins, pitched a lot of innings, and then when you look at the advanced metrics, he is nowhere to be seen near the top. Know why? Yeah, you know why. Wins are a very misleading stat. I'm still gonna take it. Got Diaz here. That's it. Don't have a lot going on this side in terms of us. Just is what it is. If he hadn't got hurt, maybe that's a perfect save percentage, but that's fine. I am totally cool with that. That said, we'll go ahead and go on to the series through the Giants, and we will see how it plays out. Alright, so we can see batter of the month, Nolan Arenado. That already lets you know good things have happened. That said, so first things first, player development. Some good, some bad. Our quote-unquote ace, our best pitcher. Movement drops, control improves, potential control rating improves. Need to see more out of him. Lambert, who we just got back. I can't remember if we just got him back, I can't remember if we just got him back or if he just went out. Regardless, his potential goes down in control, and his overall drops as well. Deal, as a relief pitcher, goes up. 45 to 50, 1.5 to 2. Hampson, who's having a good season so far, 2.5 to 3. Contact, potential contact, and power potential. Current and potential power go up. Brendan Rodgers goes up as well. 3-star for potential. I'm sorry, drops to 4. I'm looking at Nevin. His went up, as did Colton Welker, down in AAA. So this is something to look at. So his current contact goes up to 50. And then his potential for eye control and then overall go up. Keeping an eye on him. This is a pretty big one. 0.5 to 1.5. I mean, still not great, but it's progress. It's progress. I'm actually going to click on this whole thing. We have a lot to unpack in this little segment here. The one that everyone wants is this kid right here. I feel like most trade proposals that I've gotten in terms of prospects ask for him. Then you see contact, current, and potential goes up. Now he's a 2-star. Definitely keep my eye on him. The more, remember, kind of starts in red and goes up to blue. So the closer you can get to blue, which is the 80 max, the better. So anything that's going towards green is a major plus. So let's scroll down so you can kind of check out some of what we have going on here. And this happens every month, so see what we get. Some good, some bad, as always. I'll go back to mail. Sorry, wrong one. Mail. We'll look at the series. You already see we lost the last game. So we got that. Got the D-backs coming up. We will get Bumgarner, Weaver. Weaver's a familiar name. And Gallen. Hate that Carson Kelly is their second best player for the obvious reasons. Alright. So looking at what we have, Muncy did get the NL Player of the Week. Bregman. Player of the Week for the American League. Their top hitter for the month, Xander Bogaerts. went diamond last year, if I remember correctly, in MLB The Show. Nolan Arenado, Player of the Month in the National League. Go Rockies. For the month, 12 home runs, 29 RBI. I hate that RBIs. Runs batted in. I don't know why the S always goes after the I. It's one of those things that just kind of, like, the more I think about it, the more it kind of bothers me. 30 runs scored, batting 355. He's batting 351 on the year. Not bad. Not bad at all. If nothing else, he drives up our trade value if we decide to move on from him. Would I want to? No. But those are things we talk about when the time comes. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the month. Kyle Wright. Don't have to worry about Lux being up there because Lux is injured. He's out for a month. So then we get the interesting one. Trade proposal from the Tigers. They want to send us Austin Bergner, who is pretty awful, for our catcher, who is pretty decent. That's going to be a big fat no. But I did want to look and see what they have. I want to look at their prospects. Don't need an active player, but I would like to see what they have down there in terms of pitching. And see if just maybe, they have something that we could take. Remember, we need pitching. We'll look at him, because we're going to come back to this trade conversation. .24-year-old. I'll look at him. I don't know if this guy added. Won't touch Garcia. I'll look at a 2-star though. Alright, that said, we're good. So, if we go to our schedule, we'll get back to that. If we look at May, we're in June now. We did take 2 out of 3. So we won the first one in extras. Let's go there. Behind early, tie it in the 6th. Matt Kemp and Dahl with RBI singles off of one of my personal kryptonites, Johnny Cueto. Bird closing the door. That's what I like to see. Arenado continues to hit well. 3 for 5. You can see there, run scoring single in the top of the 10th. Getting it done. And then for them, yeah, Buster Posey hitting a home run. Oof. Cueto pitched well. 9 hits, but they're spread across 9 innings, 7 strikeouts. For us, again, this is probably one of his better outings this season. 2 runs over 6 1/3, 7 hits. Just can't get a win. I almost want to say, you need to get a win. You just have to find a way to get a win. This episode, dude. ACO Bird comes in, shut down, 2 strikeouts, clean inning. Pazos did give up a walk, but still pretty solid. I will gladly take that. On to the next game. We get a shutout win for nothing. Always happy to see a shutout. 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 8th to finally give us a little bit of a cushion. You can see there, Gray was the one that started the game. But he gave up some hits early, they got him out. Ended up being a bullpen game, and bullpen really did a job. Gold, remember, added to the roster due to injuries. Comes in, pitches 2 scoreless innings, 2 spotless innings. Deal and Davis getting it done at the end. Bullpen did a great job. If you look at it, we gave up 3 hits in terms of, starting pitching. Gray gave up 3 hits in the first inning and 2/3. They didn't get a hit for the rest of the game. 2 walks. It's hard to lose when you do that. Even when they pitch well, it's hard to lose. Dahl with a stolen base. Murphy trying to help them out with an error. But all in all, another solid game. Murphy with 3 hits. Kemp, nice to see him get a hit. 2 RBIs. 2 RBIs. 2 RBI. Yeah, I can't even say it right. And they were 2 out. That's huge. Kemp for the season, 257. Not exactly knocking the socks off, but it could be far worse. Could be far worse. Desmond would be a guy to probably replace with, but we will not. Gonna let Kemp play it out. And then finally the last game, we lost 5-7, and we blew a lead. We were up 5-4. A 6-run 4th. You see a 2-run double by Story. Our pitcher reached on an error that led to a run coming in. But a triple and a double in the 7th did us in. Who was on the mound? So I just talked about Gold, and then he comes out and plays a dud. But Davis got the out to get us out the inning, and then Pedro comes in. 2 strikeouts, so working on getting that sexy looking ERA down. Try to get it under 10. And Sensatella, not exactly a great start. It is what it is. Chuck Nasty with a home run for us. Slater for them. Belt the big triple. So it's a RBI triple there. And then RBI double by Slater. So we definitely hurt that inning. But that's okay. We take 2 out of 3. If we go look at the standings, we're still in first place. We've won 7 out of our last 10. I really have nothing to complain about. Up next would be the Diamondbacks. We'll look at them, see what happens, and then we'll see those scouting reports as well. So 3-game series, and we'll see what happens. Alright. A lot here. Let's start with Arizona. We only won 1 out of 3, but we didn't get swept. I will take what I can get. That said, we lose the first one 8-9. We blew this game. We were up 8-4 and we gave up 5 runs in the 8th. That is going to be a huge. That's just tough. Bases clearing double, hit by pitch, a drive and a run, like we just imploded. Our bullpen just cost us the game. It is what it is. See here, Story 2 hits, Arenado a hit, an RBI, run scored. A lot to be happy about here. Even our pitcher Kyle Freeland. So of course, with our best in terms of measurables, he pitched well enough to win. I guess 9 hits over 5 innings. It's not exactly great. Error. Oh, that doesn't help. Ooh, that's gotta suck, but it is what it is. And it's by Arenado. Love that. You're a perfect person to have in there, let me tell you. But yeah, Oberg, who's been pretty solid this year, shit the bed, as did Almonte, and that is how you end up with the loss. And they get it done, so we actually get to Bumgarner, but we can't find a way to get the win. Not gonna lie, that's a little depressing, because we had such a big lead late. 5-8. Can't be upset about this one. We tied the game, and then we again imploded the bullpen. But we were behind. We make a comeback, and a bases clearing triple by Kelly. So Story with the home run to tie it in the top half, and then bottom half bases loaded Kelly, former Cardinal, doing some damage against me. It's unfortunate. Murphy with 2 hits, 2 RBI. Obviously Story with the home run. Nolan hitless. Lambert pitching. Ouch. 4 in the third, 11 hits, 5 earned runs. That's a yikes. Hey. From San Diego. That's new. Yeah, he got shelled. And Wade Davis. Bullpen didn't help matters either between Davis and Gold. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And then we win the final one. Hopefully we came back. Let's make me feel a little bit better. We still tried to blow it. We gave up 2 runs in the ninth. We had the lead, extended the lead, and then still almost hurt ourselves anyway. Ouch. Nolan, 2 RBIs, 2 hits. Already saw that. Trevor Story with the pinch hit. So much for his day off. Chuck Nasty hits his 10th. Murphy his 9th. Peralta 5th. Calhoun 11th. Still can't get a win. But he didn't pitch well. Again, though, another costly. The errors are really costing us right now. We had 2 errors, and again, 5 runs allowed, but only 3 of them earned. Yeah, can't have that. Just can't have that. So he still cannot get a win. And then looking at the standings, as you can imagine, we are a little out. Tied. We did drop a little bit, but that's okay. But the real reason why I'm excited about this is we have the draft. This is what it's all about. So, let's look at the mock draft. They have us taking Caden Wallace, Tyler Soderstrom. We know what I want. I want pitching. Bottom line, I want pitching. I don't think there's like dominant pitching in this one though. Torkelson is the one that everyone seems to be really high on, so I'm really curious to see how he pans out. This guy here, Max Meyer. Future starters, got a fastball, slider, changeup, stuff. Potential is 2.5. I'm looking to get pitching because we need pitching. We need to start preparing for the future. We don't have anything in our pen or in our system, so see what we can grab. Anyway, shall we? Let's go ahead and get this draft started. Well, let's see. I want to see where Torque went. He went 4th. Meyer went 1st. Damn it. I would have got him. If Spencer would have been available, I definitely would have grabbed him. Okay. Let's look at the draft pool. If I can get my mouse to go all the way up, thank you. Pitching. Pitching. This was the other one that I looked at. Extremely hard, so much money though. This was the other one that they were looking at. Signability is hard, man. For that kind of money, I'll still sign them. Shall we? So my head scout rates him later. The OSA ratings rank him really high. He's got significant contact and power in terms of potential. Home run, eyes discipline, strikeouts is a little bit tough, but our scout rates him a little bit lower. Can I just sort by starter to look at these guys? This is a projected first round pick. Expensive. Elite though. This might be risky. This might be risky. I'm nervous. Got Cole Wilcox. He's got 4 pitches, a power pitcher. OSA ranks him pretty high. It's definitely a drop for us in terms of potential. His movement and control is not necessarily great. Let me go back. So let's go here and go back and look at Lacey. And let's look at what the scouting says. Big 6'4", should headline a quality arsenal with an elite changeup and ability to throw strikes. He's going to lead to high pitch counts and walks. Ceiling of a mid-rotation starter. I kind of like Wilcox though. I'd have to trust. I'd have to trust it. The worst case, he still end up being a reliever. We're gonna go with Wilcox. We're gonna go with Wilcox. Okay. Go on to the next one. And we'll go back here. We're gonna go to it's everyone. A 5-star catcher in Parada. Let me go to catchers anyway. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let me go to catcher. Doesn't seem like that player is still available. The one that they were going to have me take. I already forgot his name. This is extremely hard, low. Passing in California. What does it say? He has extreme power. Our scout seems to think otherwise. We grade him as a 2.5. He's looked at as a 5-star. Aggressive hitter who will have to prove himself against top-notch pitchers. He should have a patient approach at the plate. He profiles as an everyday catcher who can make an impact on a top-tier team. But the odds of actually getting him are going to be tough. Hmm. Relief pitcher Casey Smith. Even with the drop for us, it's still pretty good. Chula Vista is down the road. At his peak, his repertoire should include a nifty slider and a good fastball. He has good raw stuff, but is inexperienced. Isn't projected to play a key role in the bullpen. Likely be used on an emergency basis. Just doesn't have the control. This is what our scout says they see as the potential to close out games. Didn't even think about that either. Let me look at this catcher again. That's what our scout said, so I want to look and see what they say, big picture. Or no, what our scout said. Should make him a front runner for an audition as a catcher. I'm going to take I'm going to go with the boy, boy. What do you have to say about Andrew Abbott? That's what our scout sees. A little more in the elite curveball. Need to iron out his inconsistent control. Average changeup. Nasty hook, power slider. My scout says projects have a future as a spot starter. Then we'll take the pitcher. Auto draft into our next pick. The catcher that they wanted me to look at, he's still available. Oh, why not? Sure. All pitching. Finger change slide. Seems like MLB The Show pitcher. Not significantly better. I mean, really, it's the changeup. His movement and control, the potential goes up a little bit. His movement goes up too. Scouting. They see him as a useful piece, should fill out as a mid-rotation arm, nothing special, but still a useful piece. We see him as a spot. Not sold on him ever being able, but he may be good filler. Well, I could draft him from here, but that's okay. Let's go back. Just want to have like a super elite changeup. Like we saw as a 5th starter in the majors, that's how they see him. We see him as on the bubble. Wilkins' velocity is 92. I like Angel more. Alright, we advance. Let's see who they expect or they recommend. They say Mason Wynn. Oh, I'm gonna take him too. Go heavy with the pitching and hope that one of these players will pan out. I don't necessarily like being super heavy with one position, but we need to fix some stuff with this team. See who they recommend. Take a look. They recommend Blake Dunn, who is a center fielder. A lot of those on the board, so let's look at center fielders. Blake Dunn, grades a 2-star, easy to sign, high scout. They see him as like pretty much an average player. We rank him as 2. He's projected as 2.5. Scouting. Assuming his average power hitter should be an average big leaguer. Has a bench role. You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, computer. My scout recommends him. We'll take him. Easy to sign too. As we continue along in the draft. Got a ways to go. Maybe a point where I just let how many rounds? I can't remember how many rounds are in the draft. 25. Shit. Let's say a shortstop. Potential power. Not that it matters anyway. We'll take him. Give the computer a couple here. We will look at something else. Let's see. Another center fielder, Cooper Davis. Let me look at first baseman. What do we have there? Raymond Gill, how about you? You're 3rd. Let's take a look. Power. Let's actually go look at something else here. Let's go off of that. Nolan. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong name. It's a cool name there, though. Look at this one. Great eye. We clearly don't see him as high. They make him a front runner for an audition as left field. Borderline talent for a bench role. They have a cool name, so we'll draft him. Hope for the best. Alright, on to the next round. Pick number 8. I'm going to take the first 10 and then I'm going to auto draft and see what they give me. That's a lot to do. And this video is going to be long enough as it is, so I don't want to do too much. Let's take a couple shots in the dark here. Who's easy? That's a 2-star. You. You. I will take you anyway. I'm not even going to take a look at them. Let's make my life a little bit easier. And then we'll go back to pitching. I will look at the pitcher though. Potential elite changeup in our eyes. Same there. Grade's about the same. Only thing that's different is they see his movement being better in terms of potential. That's about it. Fly ball pitcher, that's kind of scary playing in cores, but whatever. We'll draft him anyway. So Liam, welcome to the, well, maybe not welcome to the squad, but welcome. Alright, 35 rounds. Who else? Another pitcher. Nick, we'll draft you too. And now, auto complete the rest. We got 2 months. Take a look at everything that we get. Hey, look at that. Trout hit his 300th. That's kind of funny, because I believe Trout is close to doing that today. Not bad. So I want to look at 2 things real quick before we end this video. No standout skill. Makings of a 5th starter. So Alex Fado. So let's go back to the Tigers. Let's discuss this trade. Alright, this is what I wanted to end with. I just wanted an answer. We played 1 game just so we could send the game ahead, but we get our dude. So we give up Christian, we give up Dom Nunez, and we acquire Alex Fado from Detroit. Why? Our head scout sees him as a little bit less. His movement is definitely a concern, but he's got some good stuff. Again, just trying to get some pitching and see if we can get someone that'll pan out. He's young. He's 24, and you look at his service time. You are good. You're good. Cannot complain at all. So we're going to go ahead and complete the trade. So we're going to go to our team, go to roster. Where's he at? Don't see him. I do not see him. Where's he at? There he is. So I'll look and see where he was pitching before. I want to put him in the rookie league. Let's back out. I'm gonna put him in double A. And obviously we'll keep an eye on him. See how he pans out. And one thing to look at now going to the prospects. It's number 277 right there. Getting close to having its top 100 player. But now we have 3 players in the top 200. I'll catch him up with that. Last thing though, let's look at the scan. We won. And we'll look at the Dodgers. So we won this one. We tried to blow it again. Bullpen. But hey, he finally got his first one. 10 strikeouts, 3 hits over 7 innings. Diaz got lit up. Oberg comes in and gets that last out so he could finally walk away from it. So we win that game. Nice. But as you could probably guess, we struggled against the Dodgers. We lost 3 of 4. So we won the first one. Score a run in the 8th. Story with an RBI double. So you're feeling kind of good. Story also had a 3-run home run off of Ross Stripling. We got to Kershaw. We survived the Kershaw start. We lit him up, as a matter of fact. Gray got lit up again. Kind of concerning, but the bullpen at the end, that's what you want to see. Oberg, Davis, Diaz, all 3 pitched an inning, not a single batter reached base. Perfect. Bullpen was great for the most part. We walk away with the win. Belly, 2 doubles. That's with a home run. We lose 4-7. Arenado, 3 for 4. Murphy, home run. Arenado with the home run as well. Corey Seager, the better brother. They add the 2 runs in the 8th late to extend the lead, and we take the L. Sensatella, another error hurts us. David Price gets the dub. We lose 2-8. I don't think this is Bueller. This is Alex Wood. Two runs over 7 innings. Freeland. 9 hits over 4 2/3. 3 runs. Struggled. High pitch count. Couldn't get deep into the game, and then the bullpen just got lit up. Oberg and Davis did not help matters at all. The 8th inning was really what did us in, and I'm sure that they had a lot to do with that. Belly, 19th home run, and then the final game in the series, we lose 8-10. Behind. Oh, we were up. Well, yeah, we were behind. They scored 5. We scored 5. Traded runs in the 6th, but we just couldn't overcome. Jansen went to save him, sure. Yep. Shut down. Lambert. Lit up again. Ouch. This time he does get the loss. Belly with 3 home runs. No wonder he's player of the week. Yikes. Can't put a home run against his former team. Chuck Nasty. With 2. One off of Bueller, one off of Ross. Tough. Last thing we'll look at before we shut it down. This video is definitely a little longer. We, 2nd place. Oof. Too bad. Can't complain. We hold the top wildcard spot over Washington and San Diego by a game. Not the worst thing in the world. Instead, this is not a first place team, but I'll take what I can get. And you look at the schedule coming up. So we got the Dodgers out the way. That feels good. So we'll finish, in the next episode, we'll finish the series with Arizona, Pittsburgh, the Cardinals for sure, and probably the Padres. And we'll also look into the draft, look at the recap, and try to sign players. I would look at it now, but this video will take, or it's already really long. It'll be forever long then. So we'll look at the draft, who we got, see if we can get some of these players signed, and then we'll go from there. And we'll keep an eye on our newly acquired pitcher down in the minors and see how he pans out. So that's going to be it for this episode. I said a little bit longer with the draft, but that's fine. Thanks for watching. Definitely would like to talk draft with some of you that are more OOT. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say competent, but more, that have played it more. Your strategies for the draft. Curious to see what other people do. I was a little bit lax with this one. I'll do more research going into the next one, which is fine. Probably dedicate a whole stream to it. Kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't as prepared for it as I could have been. That's alright though. Regardless, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Make sure to sub to the YouTube channel to be notified of new videos, and the playlist as well, so you can keep up with the Rockies and their journey to mediocrity. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.